Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I was just looking on Glenda's page and I saw this video here. I had a full-blown panic attack today and here's why. And it reminded me of Lardy and her panic attack. So I thought I'll do this and then if I can find Lardy's and put that at the end or in between or whatever, we'll see. Shall we jump in? I need to check it's not on double speed.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about something that has really been weighing heavy on my heart. First of all, let me say that y'all probably know that I have no fear. And there's
Why is she grinning? 'Cause she's lying!
a reason for this. And that is because I've already experienced the worst fear that any mother on earth can experience, and that's the death of a child. I always had a lot of fear and anxiety and stress and clenching my teeth and worry and, couldn't sleep at night. I just worried about everybody and everything, and I took all of that burden on me. Like I had to be the great protector and try to save everybody from everything.
I know I don't know that much about you yet, Glenda, but I have people filling in the gaps that I have that know you very well. And you walked out on your family and left your children behind. How can you now sit there and say, oh, I feel as though I have to be the great protector? Of what? Of yourself? You weren't there to protect your children when they needed you, were you? No mother should ever lose a child. I have said that till I'm blue in the face. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But you can't keep using that as some sort of badge of honour. Anywho.
And I did put a lot of trust and faith in God and ask God to protect my children and my family each and every day. And then my son was killed in a car crash, and that just, it devastated me. I was sick for a very long time and very sick. But after I went through all of that and finally did all the grieving and got myself back to where I could function and live, I noticed I had no fear. I don't know, nothing bothers me. I just get in the car and drive and go and do whatever I want to do. And I just don't worry about it anymore because I've already gone through the worst fear that a person on earth can go through.
I don't know why she's calling it the worst fear. Grief? Yeah. How can it be the worst fear? If, God forbid, your child had been kidnapped and you were given ransom notes, that would be the worst fear in the world. Hearing that he's died, it's not a fear. You're grieving. You've lost him. What is there to fear when he's already gone? I don't understand why she's saying fear. Makes no sense to me. Anyway.
And it just, they say that losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare, and it really is. It's like, a nightmare that actually came true for me. And I hope that it never comes true for any of y'all. And all of you who have experience, I just want to extend to you my sincere condolences. But I had a panic attack today. I've had this worry going on for the last 4 or 5 days and stress and just constant worry. And it's like, I want to fix it. I want to do something about it, but there's nothing I can do about it. And I guess it just came to a head today, and I actually had the fear in my stomach and the butterflies and the stress and just...
Butterflies. You get butterflies, most people, when you're excited about something. when you're slightly nervous about going on a ride at a fun fair or something. I wouldn't, when I've been fearful of something or worried about something, I never get butterflies. Am I in the wrong?
Just feeling that my heart's starting to pound and starting to get short of breath, and I thought, my God, I'm having a full-blown panic attack.
Can you get rid of the spit around your mouth? It's really fucking off-putting having to watch that. I stopped and thought, I'm having a full-blown panic attack. If you're having a full-blown panic attack, you don't stop and think about anything. You're just in the moment.
And several things have brought it on. First of all, the 5 warships that sailed up into Cuba. You know, that really worries me. I feel like the Russians are thumbing their nose at us, saying, and that they're showing us that.
Is she really worried about warships? She's having a panic attack about warships. Why? Believe me, Glenda, if Russia want to do something, they'll press the button and we'll all be gone. And it's not worth worrying about, is it really? If war's going to happen, it's going to happen. But there's no point worrying before it starts.
They think that we're weak. And that really bothers me, because we are demonstrating a tremendous amount of weakness, and we are extremely vulnerable, and that has to do with President Biden and his state of mind. You know, I've been seeing all of these TikTok videos and YouTube shorts, and you know.
Hang on a minute, right? You're sitting there saying that you're worried that America looks vulnerable because President Biden needs to go and sit down in a home somewhere and have a nice cup of coffee in a recliner chair. But do you honestly believe that Putin thinks that the only person in charge of America at the moment is Biden? He's just the figurehead. You know that thing that they put on the front of ships? Now I've got the Pogue singing in my head. There's a whole team of people behind him that are doing that. It's not just him sat in a room. God, if that was the case, we'd have been sunk ages ago with fucking Boris and Two Soups and all the rest of them. Couldn't organise a fucking piss up in a brewery, but we're still here. Really? How can America be vulnerable? You're huge. Absolutely huge. If anyone was going to worry about being sunk by a few ships, it should be us. Pissy little fucking island in the middle of nowhere. For real. Is she staying up awake at night because she's worried that Putin thinks you're weak because of Biden? I agree, he doesn't look like the best figurehead at the moment, but every country has idiots running it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, really? He's not in charge. He probably doesn't even know the code for the button. He probably doesn't even remember there's a button, bless him. But really?
News personnel making fun of President Biden and joking about him and making all of these little shorts videos and showing him falling down the steps of Air Force One, and showing him turning around and walking aimlessly at the G7 summit, and when they had the parachutists and all on the ground. And
because it's funny. If you can't laugh at your president wandering off in the wrong direction, then you've got no sense of humour whatsoever. And if you think that he's the only one in charge, then you're stupider than I thought you were.
I know some of these are clips that are taken out of context, but I mean, there are some things that you can't unsee. And I think the main thing that has gotten me very upset was when he and President Obama were at the fundraiser in LA among all the celebrities, Barbara Streisand and Julia Roberts and George Clooney, all of those who raised millions and millions of dollars for his re-election. And President Obama actually had to reach and grab his arm and lead him off the stage. He didn't even, realize that it was time to exit the stage, that, the event is over.
Wouldn't that upset me? Because I'm sat here thinking, why are you making that poor man do all these public appearances when it's so obvious that he should be sat down somewhere, having his retirement, enjoying his time? He shouldn't be doing all this stuff. And what is the fucking point of a vice president if she doesn't take up some of the slack? You can see that he needs help, so give him help. That's what you should be embarrassed about, or upset about rather. But you're not. You're upset that he's making America look weak. You're not worried about him, what he might be going through, how ill he might be. Such a narky thing to say.
I do recognize that he does have Alzheimer's. I remember it vividly. My best friend in high school, father, when we were still seniors in high school, her father got sick, and he was a very well-educated man. He was a school teacher for many years, and he was a principal of some schools there in Mississippi. But he got sick, and he retired, and then he got Alzheimer's, and I would be over at Ann's house, and we'd be playing and doing things, and he would walk into the den and just stand there and just scratch his head, like, he was trying so hard to remember why he walked into the den.
I do that. You get to that part, you probably do that now as well. That's not a sign of Alzheimer's, that's just old age. We all do that. The fuck did I come in here for? It's like, by the time I've switched off of something to go and do something that I want to do, I've forgotten what it is I'm going to do. I put it down to fibro. It could just be old age. But everybody goes through that. So you're penning that poor man with Alzheimer's. He might not have had Alzheimer's at all. I think Mr. Biden does, though, sadly. Dementia or something. And he should be being looked after now. Because like I said, did I say it in another video or was I saying it to Jed? Anyhow, people on the telly are saying, oh, he's the brightest he's ever been and he's as sharp as a tack and this, that and the other. Maybe, right, when he's in a back room with a few people that he's discussing something with, maybe he is. Maybe it's when he gets out in front of all these people, he's like a rabbit in the headlights and he doesn't know what to say and everything goes out of his head. Who knows? But you're not upset about the man being ill and being overworked. You're upset how it's making your country look.
And just the way that he held himself and the way that he walked very stiffly, and he was just always staring and looking around and always puzzled. And I see these same symptoms in President Biden. And it bothers me also that our government has just, decided to ignore it and just to brush it off like it's nothing. Oh, don't worry about it. The media is just making a big thing out of nothing. Well, no, we're not. We're not blind, and we certainly aren't stupid. And it's nothing to laugh about. And I get real upset at this news agency called Sky News Australia. I mean, all they do is get on there and laugh and make fun and, just go on and on about President Biden. And that's not right. I don't think anybody any, especially a news agency that's supposed to be professional and reporting accurately. They're not. They're just a bunch of goons, and I don't like that at all. I think that we should have compassion and empathy and concern.
Compassion, empathy and concern. Have you? No, because the only thing you've said is you don't like how it's making America look. You haven't said that poor man, his family should be looking after him. I haven't heard that come out of you yet.
I mean, this shows that we as a democracy, we are weak. And Russia sees it, North Korea sees it, China sees it, Venezuela sees it, all of these communist countries.
Oh, fuck off, do you sit there in your fucking new chair worrying about the weight of the world and what every other country thinks about America? Really? Is that what you're doing with your time? She hasn't said, oh, I'm worried about how our country will go and how things will be for my grandchildren's life or my children's life or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Countries. They see it and they're getting ready to pounce on us. And this 5 little warships that sailed into Cuba, that wasn't just because they were practicing. They were doing military practicing in the Atlantic Ocean. No, there's more to it. And
so if anybody's out there that's watching you, that's around your age, that believe you're a poor little penniless pensioner that needs help, now you frighten the ever-loving shit out of them when they weren't thinking about being bombed by fucking Russia or Korea or it's not Korea, where is it? The little rocket man comes from. It's Korea, isn't it? Sorry, North Korea, yeah. Really? Is that what's keeping her awake at night? If it happens, it happens. It probably won't, but if it does, it does. And if you end up getting bombed, you do. That's it. No amount of worrying or having panic attacks is going to make any difference.
And I can just feel it, and I had a panic attack because of it today.
I don't believe a word of it.
So I just wanted to sit here and talk to y'all about that and let you know what's been going on in my mind this week. And I just haven't really felt like filming, and I'm not I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a libertarian. I'm just me. I can't vote even I mean, if I could, I would vote, but I can't because I have a felony conviction on my record. So we'll just leave it at that. And I just wanted to sit here on a Friday evening and talk to y'all for a minute. I've got my stew meat in the oven. I've had it in the oven all day on 180, just slow cooking with some potatoes and onions and celery, and I just threw it.
Why does it always come back to food? I don't care what you're cooking. Unless you're going to say, this is a recipe, do you want to know it? I don't care what's in your fucking oven.
In a handful of
eggs,
egg noodles, and I've got some chicken broth in it, and some cream of mushroom soup, and it's going to be good tonight for my dinner. Leave the comment section open so that you can leave your comments, and as long as they are kind and considerate. And please don't badmouth Trump and don't badmouth Biden, because if you say something nasty and ugly, I will have to delete your comment.
Oh, I'm shitting myself.
So I hope y'all have a nice weekend. Please give me a thumbs up and share. And if you're new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. And y'all, just keep on coming back.
See, what gets me is she's like, I'm having a panic attack, I need to talk. But she's setting up a live, she's putting on a mic, she's fiddling about with the YouTube settings. Thankfully, I can say I've never had a panic attack. My husband has, but I never have. And I've seen other people, and they're horrible. And the last thing you're thinking of doing is setting up a fucking camera and microphone to talk to strangers in a box. So she's not having a panic attack at all. She's just looking for attention.
Hi, Irma. If I wanted anyone to be the first person on, it would be you. And Leanne, hi.
Yeah, because Irma's stupid. That's why you want her on there, because she's absolutely dumb as rocks and believes any bollocks you tell her.
Can you guys hear me okay? I wish.
See, why would she be fucking about with that? If she was truly having a panic attack and Irma was there, she'd be like, oh my god, Irma, blah, 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 blah. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me sort out my microphone in the middle of my panic attack.
Oh my god, all my good people. Oh, I really need you guys right now. Hold on a second. Carrie's on, Irma's on. Is this good? Can you hear me? Devin, Lydia, thank you. I just really needed to speak to people now. Oh my god, I hate doing a YouTube video where I'm just sitting here crying, but I'm literally having a panic attack and everybody I called is either on the East Coast, so it's too late.
Remember when she said a certain person used to phone her up at 3 o'clock in the morning having a panic attack about something and she wouldn't answer the phone? Yeah, just turn it around. It's her. She's the one that irritates the fuck out of everyone whose number she's got. And thankfully, they were all sensible enough not to pick up.
I don't know if it's even a panic attack. I'm just so sad. I'm so freaking sad. And I just needed to speak to somebody to hear back from people, even though I don't hear anything. Thank you, Lydia. I can't even tell you guys why I'm sad. Like, there's just so many things going on right now that are not going well. And I just feel very much alone. Hi, Trish.
If you're feeling like shit, why are you reading all the comments? If you need someone to talk to them. I need someone to talk to, but I can't tell you why I'm crying. Well, just sit and cry on your own then. Why the fuck do you need people to talk to if you can't fucking tell them what it is you're having a panic attack, not a panic attack, about? I just feel so alone. Whose fault's that? Who's pushed everyone away? You!
I have so many stresses right now. I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders with everything. Hi, Marie. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, she's such a good actress, isn't she? I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. Fucking grow up.
I've been wanting to make videos. I just feel like I have nothing to offer. I just, I don't know. I'm going to take my antidepressant. Thank you for saying it's going to be okay. I know it is. That's what I would tell somebody. Part of, I was waiting for good news on Friday. And I didn't get any news. And then I thought maybe I would hear something Saturday. Maybe I would hear something today. I don't know. Like, I can't stand to be ghosted, okay? So, really, really bothers me when I get ghosted. So I had several interviews at different places. And I was supposed to hear back on Friday, and I didn't hear anything. I just think it's so rude, like, even if I'm not getting hired, I wish people would be people of their word. So, like you said, you would get back Friday. And I waited all day with high hopes, and throughout the whole weekend, like, I thought maybe, they're not open on weekends. I have to blow my nose.
So she's just sat there, put the fear of God into everybody, and now she's going to go off and have her beef that's been cooking for 3 weeks in the oven. I'm going to see if I can... Because I thought she was going to have a clip of her having her panic attack, but obviously she didn't. Sorry, I was just reading that comment. Just because you think Alfred is too old to run the Batcave, you don't replace him with the Joker, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm going to see if I can find that clip of Lardy. But as Glenda didn't show her panic attack, it's a bit pointless putting it in here. I might do it as a separate thing. I'm sure I did it at some point. Anyway, I will stop fucking waffling. And if you got to the end of this, thank you. And hopefully I will see you in the next one.